Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Hello everyone, BD here and welcome to The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild in Master Mode. What I'm going to attempt to do is finish this game, all 120 shrines. We'll see about Korok seeds, but I doubt those very much. And as many costumes as I can gather.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
A mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something familiar about it. Two things of note before we really get started. I have not played this in Master Mode before. I've played this in normal mode, and I've finished all 120 shrines. And that's about as far as I've gotten. I have yet to actually confront our great nemesis. So, this will be my first time facing the calamity.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Authenticating. Sheikah slate confirmed.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
And go we shall. The Great Plateau. It feels so weird to be back here after playing Twilight Princess again, which I was doing for a reason we'll get into a little bit later. So far, nothing looks all that different. I suppose we'll see soon enough. Alright, well, first things first. This is anything like hero mode, which I'm sure it probably is. The enemy's going to hit twice as hard. Which means I'm going to need to definitely gather up whatever healing items I can. Useful. Oh, no. Just chase everything else off then, why don't I? Healing items will be doubly as important. In the playthrough that I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to attempt to play this a little bit differently than how I played normal mode, which I did completely blind, well, almost completely blind. It's hard to avoid some spoilers. Oh! Well, met stranger. It's rather unusual to see another soul in these parts. Me, I'll spare you my life story. Just an old fool who's lived here alone for quite some time now. Bring some bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this. Answering a question with a question. That's fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there, long ago it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. So if I just do this... Guess it rolled too far away. Well, cheers for that. I'll take that. And I believe...
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
All in good time. See about getting that rusty sword. You're not here, Stu. But you can see me? I didn't know you were going to see the children of the forest. Well, if you weren't here, Stu, please return this to me. My friends are hiding in lots of different places too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious places. Sage advice to that. Oh, it's so small, that stamina wheel. I despair. We'll manage. Indeed. Right, well, let's get on with things then. We've got a plateau to conquer. Oh. Well, there's a thing. Starting up a level. Normally the goblins we'd find here would start off red, then, oh, right, don't have that yet. Red, then to blue, then black, then to silver. Everything starting at the blue level, I wonder if that means there's a level above silver in this version. What would it possibly be? Now, if you're looking for a highly streamlined playthrough, you're not going to find it here. I'm still going to be running all over the place trying to get as many things as I can. Ooh, useful that. Wandering around, talking to people, doing side quests. I'm going to attempt to do every side quest, and I know that's going to be a bit of a ball ache, especially for one in Hateno village. I don't really want to fight you with just a stick. Where are the friends of yours that I can push boulders down on? Oh, a choo-choo. Alrighty. This never really did that. Choo-choo jelly. A gelatinous substance that came from a choo-choo is unusable in this state, but applying a bit of an elemental stimulation will change its form. Let's see. Let's grab these as well. Oh, fine, don't grab the third one then. Be that way. I suppose I could chop the tree down, but not really bothered. Okay. Let's get to work. Ow. I really need my audio cues. And the first death of many. Fortunate bit of recording through this setup is that the audio is a bit delayed in my ears. Requiescat in pace. That's heavy. An ancient screw, used in ancient machinery to move an unknown material, but no matter how many times it's turned, the threads never seem to show signs of wear. The finicky things about ancient stuff is that it's really slippery and impossible to climb. I should have grabbed this club. I need the audio to be able to pull this off properly. No, I'll take that. Oh, that's gonna be my death. Oh, well, not quite. Oops. Honestly now. Quite finished yet. About bloody time. Yes, already I can tell this is going to be quite a challenge. Do the danger of a goblin, so one down, not very sharp, but still pretty hard, cooked alongside a crow to make an elixir. Slip it on of a goblin, a creature often encountered on the plains of Hyrule. I do want to head up here. Oop. Not to mess with you, though. At least not presently. If I recall correctly... Now these are surprisingly going to come to life now, are they? This is just an annex. I need the main building. An ancient spring using ancient machinery. It's light and buoyant enough to float on water, and no matter how many times it's compressed, it never loses tension. Oh. Oh, how am I crawling on that? Get off. It's the third time you told me that. I believe I'm aware of it by now. No, you don't see me. Well, he really doesn't see me, surprisingly enough. No, now he does. Yeah, he didn't drop it. Weapons seem to be the way to go. Ow. That really hurts. I need to be out of this corner. Oh, that'll work. Oh, don't hit me. Ah, finally. That'll do. Right, what I wanted. And I assume that it will still be here. Errors, and... Excellent. Small bow used by travelers for protection doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can be used to attack from a distance. That's really what I wanted. Hello, goddess. We will be with you momentarily. I need lots of those later. Now then, careful with that. One thing I may do is I might refer to a guide as to the location of all 900 Korok seeds and attempt to get them all. We shall see. But I tell that there should be a mask that will help me with that, and it's available on the plateau. As apparently is that. Is that a silvered Lionel? Or just a white-maned one? I wish I had the camera so I could know. Oh, and that's where we're going to break sequence a bit. Instead of going to Kakariko first, we're going to go straight to Ateno Village first to get the Sheikah slate opened up. So I can start working on the compendium and all of that fun. Now you're the ones I can roll a boulder down on, right? Yeah, there it is. Just have to get past them. And all those as well. Let's Discretion may be the better part of valor for a lot of this. At least for now. Now let's see if we can't do this, at least. At least one of them has a bow. We're not going to get near them. Wow, that did almost nothing. Right, well, I think it's a beeline for the tower then. Too many things in my way that I can't really deal with just yet, at least not very effectively. Though I might not have a choice when it comes to this one. No, that's brought all three of them. You lot can sod off. And I believe that's a choo-choo that just popped up behind me. And they're firing arrows at me. Oh, please get away. Right then. Place the Sheikah slate in the pedestal. Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. Near and far across Hyrule, the towers rise. And so we begin. Great Plateau Tower. Distilling local information. Regional map extracted.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Follow the Sheikah slate. Complete. Suppose I should also clarify one thing. When I say I haven't faced the calamity, I mean I haven't really even been inside Hyrule Castle, except through the back way to get to that one shrine. So all of Hyrule Castle will be laid new before me. That's going to be quite a challenge. Alright, old man, where are you? Supposed to pop up about now, right? Oh yes, there's a new. Enemies in the clouds. Platforms held up by octo balloons, surprised they don't just pop. As they are wont to do after a short time. Yeah, it's probably not high enough, it'll kill me. And there we are. My martin, we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop that tower? Well now, a voice you say. Did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? Seems I have some work to do as far as earning your trust goes. I suppose that is understandable. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin, appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. And it would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? You need not say a word. Your eyes reveal the determination within. Here on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If to try and jump off, well, no death could be more certain or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Oh, piqued your interest, have I? Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not, I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? The isolated plateau. Come, let me show you something. Is it the floating monsters? Because they seem to be quite out of the ordinary. You see that structure there, the one shining with the strange light? It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. I would think such a place might have some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider. Fair exchange, I believe. Indeed. Not just yet with them either. Only floating around here. Didn't see any. That doesn't mean they are to you. Right way then around. See if we spot any more food. Preferably not a lot of trouble. Like a bloody lion on the Great Plateau. I really hope there's only the one. I don't think I saw this before. I doubt they're new, but I didn't spot them when I played this originally. But I will be looking around with some more scrutiny this time. Omen Al Shrine, that's different. I'm almost positive that wasn't there before. I certainly don't recall seeing boxes with X marked on them. Sheikah Slate confirmed. Travel gate registered to map. Access granted.
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Ormanal. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial.
Magnesis. The Omen Shrine. Sheikah Slate authenticated. Distilling rune. Rune extracted. All right. First rune. You lot out the way. Oh. I guess I'm gonna have to be a bit more creative, aren't I? And release. Oh, not quite. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, come on, stop being rubbish. Ah! Yes, I should have known that would be a one-hit kill. Let's try that again. Nope. Hopefully without dying this time. Can I reach you from here? Not quite. Oh. You still need to be able to get in, I suppose. Now don't we? Oh, this is bad. No, just go away. Don't want anything to do with you. I'm leaving. At least at such a distance, it's... a very slow projectile. Too bad I don't have a shield yet. Get away from that thing. What kills me again?
You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. this trial. I am a humble monk blessed with the sight of Goddess Hylia and dedicated to helping those who seek to defeat Ganon. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of Goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb. May the goddess smile upon you.
Ho!
It seems you managed to get your hand on a spirit orb. Well done. Clairvoyance. Perhaps something similar. As one gets older, it can become more difficult to see what is right in front of one's own eyes. But perhaps that is not true for everyone. Into those towers and the awakening of this shrine. It's all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there. It's been quite some time since I've seen that Sheikah slate. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power and wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across the land. This plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Give me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I'll give you the paraglider.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I suppose I changed my mind. I'm sure that won't be a problem for a young go-getter like you. And so I'm feeling generous, I'll also teach you a trick for finding shrines. Yes, back to the top of the tower. Well, surprise, it does. But just before... Repeat that. That's alright. There's another one there. Useful. And that is instantly killing muck. Not instantly killing, but less than fun muck to dive into. Just a bit too far. Ah, it's not a box. That'll be another Korok. Well, cheers for that. Fascinating. Anyways, off we go. Yes, I do actually.
Oh.
Indeed. So we've got the one... oh. Actually, having motion controls makes this a bit easier, but... Oops, no, I don't want that one. Let's see, 1... 2... and 3. And there we have it. So, let's get started. No time like the present. Don't fall and kill yourself now. I still have a shield. I'm hesitant to go this way first without one. I suppose I could take a run at the enemy camp there. These platforms look like they're made of wood. I wonder if they are, and ergo burnable. Will be something quite interesting to find out later. Right then. The Abbey. Oh, I forget which ones of these are actually awake, and I believe this one is... No. Oh, good, you can stay asleep. I might want some of these. Okay. A quick frog that can be found hopping in air water. Vanish. Right, let the music play. Not them. Let's get me out of here. I think I want to grab that sword. Sharpish. Come on. Excellent. Ooh, careful now. The Jabai Shrine. And in we go.
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Jabaish. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial.
Bomb trial. Jabai Shrine. Sheikah Slate authenticated. Distilling rune. Rune extracted. Indeed. Right. Let's try very hard not to blow ourselves up too much. that. Well, at least the beeping isn't as annoying in this as it is in some other titles. Yeah. That'll stop the chiming. Now, this. I'm sure we'll need it for something. Sooner or later. Boom. Whoops. Wrong button. There we are. After we hit all the other ones.
Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of Goddess Hyrule, I bestow upon you this spirit orb.
Two down, two to go.
May the goddess smile upon you.
Ah. Can I get this without dying? That's the question. Nintendo Switch shirt. A shirt with the Nintendo Switch logo on. It's a rare article. If you sell it, you can't get it back. Something up with pride. I wonder if that's actually true. Like, even if the rare armor merchant doesn't sell it back to you. Now, can I be clever and... oh. Still goblins. I suppose they're not going to be too bad. I'll take this though. Away. Spear might be well worth it. Getting rid of some of these bloody tree branches. Not seeing any additional bombables around here, which surprises me. Perhaps I'm just missing them. Oh, right. Honey friend. Alright, how are we gonna manage this? Because they are very aware of everything. If he spots me, I'm well dead. That's a terrifying sound. Is he doesn't look over in this direction. Might be alright. Oh, I was hitting the bokoblins, not the bees. Well, hopefully the bees will get him first. Ow! I guess I was so crouched so it didn't jump. Your shield, I want it. Come back over here, don't wake up the friend. He's still well on the way. Oh, that's less than ideal. I'm gonna take this, though. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. Might actually be worth it for a few hours. Go on, then. Wow, your aim is terrible. Proper weapons, so back to the tree branches. It's like that animation almost. Quite finished. Good. Now, I do want this. Coarser bee honey, straight from the hive, it's chock full of nutrients. Cooking this in a meal unlocks the potential. I think that's a little bit overboard for what I actually wanted, but... Oh! That'll do. Now then. The best point of ingress for this. You know what? I don't think I actually came this way. Sunset fireflies, I know we'll need lots of them. And mushrooms. Can go almost anywhere but for ceilings and sheer cliffs. Leave them down there, bee. It's a mushroom that grows near trees in the forest, chock full of natural energy. Its fireflies glow gently in the dark. Oh, come back. I need you for the stealth here later. I think that's it. Handy those. Oh. The old man lives here. Pepper's exploding with spice. I'm sure he won't mind me just taking everything. Oh, is this the cold one? Not that we would call that a shield popper, but it'll do. Anyway, let me see here. Suppose the best course of action would be... That'll do. And I don't really have much of anything else that doesn't already provide an effect. Nothing. That's disappointing. Well... oh good, apples. Need those. Not quite. Cork leaves also useful. Although usually a bit more useful when you find a boat. Lots of apples for me to take here. Come on, grab some of them at least. Nope, you don't see me. I'm not here. Oh, they're fighting. The other one has a bow, doesn't he? Oh, there's a spear. Arguably worse. Oh. That's a bit rubbish. Well then, instead of going that way... let's see if we can once again skirt our way around our friend over here. I don't think I would have been able to get up there that way regardless. This seems a decent enough route. Although I kind of want to break into some of these camps. Oh, it's daytime. Go away. Oh, I shouldn't have kept running. Ooh. This definitely should not have kept me running. Thank you, no. Almost daytime. Daytime in 50 minutes. I do still have... yes, good. So I'm about gonna need it. Oh. So those aren't Octorok balloons, those are... why did I do that? I'm used to having the camera. Those are going to attack me, aren't they? Alright. I guess let's brave this then. No, they don't seem to be taking much of a notice. Ah, that's what they do. There's the ice arrows. I can't deal with that right now. And more over there. But at least the Octoroks themselves don't seem to fire. He is scrabbling around. No, not getting sneak up on you. Ow, we definitely need to break out that harder hidden weaponry here. Taking your dice, you can shoot me in there. That'll do. Well, as a curiosity then, and since it's been nice enough to give me some arrows, well, the earth's hold on, but yes, it becomes destabilized and plummets. I don't have much time. Oh, right, fire. Ah, rubbish. Oh, once again, I really love you, Deb. Thank you, no. I've got appointments I must keep. You're well determined, aren't you? Five seconds. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, don't kill me. Oh, thank Hylia for that. I suppose that was a bit of a waste of healing. Food, because I would be restored to full health upon exiting this shrine. Now wouldn't I? Oh well. Always endeavour to be mindful about that.
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am ordained. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I offer this trial.
Stasis trial. Owadame Shrine. Sheikah site authenticated. Distilling room. Rune extracted. Oops. Slightly too early. Get in range. Why are you not in range? You highlighted in yellow. I know it works on you. Maybe it's meant to be a teaching moment. Or that would be why. Because I wasn't paying attention to how much time I had left. In the retries, because I'd gotten so used to the upgraded version. which would have been recharged by then. I know. Bit of shield there. And the perfect tool for moving something heavy out of the way.
Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you this spirit orb. May the goddess smile upon you.
Right. 3 down. 1 remains. Of course, I had to cross Mount Hylia again, which means problem with the cold. So, our best course of action is probably to head back here quickly. Cook up some more goodies. And try not to die. Can I climb down here? I can. Looks like. First, let's get rid of this. Actually, while we're at it, since the other 2 shrines have had there's extra boxes near, should look out for the one around here. Others have been fairly close. I wonder if it might be up here on this little ledge. If we don't jump, might be alright, and we might make it. Not a box, but something at least. I wonder where the... Ooh, that was close. I wonder where the box for this shrine is. Maybe round about up here, or maybe it's down below. Is this area frigid? Does it appear to be? I'm not seeing boxes either. Oh, there we are. Let's not stay there. Don't want what little health I have constantly ticking down. Right, well, let's head down some ledges. That's a restroom. Which we'll need to pick up any road, so may as well do it now while we're here. Future-proofing and all that. And maybe we will spot a box on the way down. I really think these ledges are more for climbing up and down, because my stamina's about to plummet on this more slanted bit. what's that down there on the very bottom left next to the Triforce mark now? I thought that drop was just nothing. Perhaps they've hidden something down there now. All in time. So that's the Overdane box. And we should attempt to grab it while we're here. Oh, my. Careful. Oh, there we are. So I thought I'd hit the headshot the first time. No, not quite. There we are. This worked so well in sending his friend off the edge, I figured it might work for him as well. Oh, that's a little far, but turned out alright. I suppose that's not anything. No, just an odd-looking piece of geometry. Oh, there's that over there. Yes, what are you? Just a random shrubbery. Oh. Bizarre. Any road. And just a quick scout. No, nothing up here. Alright then. Off we go. Watch your stamina for Hyrule's sake. If this is lined up right. Good enough. Hello, old man. Sorry, little buddy, but I'm afraid I need these. Right, let's get cooking. I'm not going to ask how that's fruit, but I guess I'm not going to question it. Maybe I did an apple instead of the turkey, instead of the drumstick. Right, that should do. Do a bit of cooking here. That'll do. Alright then. Nothing there. Right, where are we headed? On the other side of the snowfield, which means round this way again. And then doing our best to avoid one being frozen to death, and two being shot to death by ruddy bokoblins on floating platforms with bows. And there is something that I do intend to do for the duration of this playthrough that I'm not doing now. And something that I am doing now that I'm not intending to continue, and that's doing voiceovers for all of the temples. That is going to stop after we leave the Great Plateau. Until they say something new, then I'll do it again, but for now, just bear with me. This is going to be a long, exploratory, and hopefully still enjoyable episode of me having my foolishness handed to me over and over again. It wasn't quite enough. But I could do something you can. Let's light you on fire. No, you don't light on fire. I bet your friend does. Oh, it's still stable. Really is a waste of arrows, though. And before that gets away... Oh, it wasn't made of metal, was it? Oh, that's unfortunate. If only I had a fourth room to help me. That wood is good. That's not... Well, I suppose I could go that way. Oh, the raft is already on its way. Can I go in here without dying? Oh, no I can't. No I can't. Didn't notice it fast enough. I think I only ever died of freezing to death in cold water once in my normal playthrough, and that was to get to a shrine. Bloody rubbish, that. Oh well. You die and learn. Oh, well. That's useful. Quite handy at that. I will definitely get rid of a pot lid for that. The Octorok seems so confused. Well, context clues and all will dictate. I bridge the gap with this tree. I'll not first ignoring this. And hopefully that raft hasn't drifted off yet. Very carefully. Still gonna die, but... Ooh. Right. Now then. Guess we'll sail on down that way, and I thought I had a crock leaf. That's rubbish. Because here we die again. Oh. Oh my. Third time's the charm, eh? I'm sure that we've got all our tools. Try this again. keys flying around here somewhere. Key swing, wing of a key coated with very short, sharp throw. Keys eyeball, rare material dropped by defeated keys. It's fun to look at, but it doesn't seem to have much use at first glance. Oops, well, I seem to have got that one stuck. Might as well turn it to firewood then. It looks too far away to reach. Ooh. They seem very distraught. Perhaps they don't like being tied to a raft. Alright then. Let's get on with our fantastic voyage. This looks as good a spot as any. Didn't think a cork leaf could actually hurt anything. Apparently it can hurt keys. Oh, and knock the heads off of star goblins. And you can kindly sawed off as well, so. Or madam. Okay. A little bit more cautious, please. Oh. Well. Knock me out of that, will you? White choo-choo jelly, a jiggly substance that came from an ice choo-choo, school to the touch. For whatever reason, they're much more resilient when they're unpowered. Bright night, suddenly. Oh, another Arctrock platform over there. It's all over the place. Yeah. Where are you going, friend? Didn't you want to come say hi? Oh. Well, not quite how I meant, but... whatever, I suppose. Don't have much time. This rate, I'm gonna have to start eating food, running my way up the rest of the way. Unless maybe I can make it within the 8 seconds I've got. Oh, well, not if I'm... we're all running slow like this. I'm going to, steal that from you. To eat one of those, and then I'm going to run away. I said run, Link, not whatever this is. That's almost certain death that are connected. Ow. Well, thanks for the warmth, I suppose. Namut Shrine. I believe I saw a fallen star just before we walked in. Or they opened the door. Yeah, there's a fallen star over there. Never managed to quite get to one. But I have seen them.
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Ker Namut. In the name of the goddess Hyrule, I offer this trial.
Cryonis. Ker Namut Shrine. Sheikah Slate authenticated. Distilling rune. Rune extracted. And as annoying as the ringing is, and once again, at least it isn't as annoying as it is in other titles. I'm afraid we're gonna stick with it for now, because I know I'll get full health as soon as we finish. Oh. As if we don't die first. Out of arrows. I have a shield now, so... Alright, lad. Let's try that again. Ooh, too soon. And it killed me. Now that was the risk. Oh well. What fun is life if you don't take a few risks every now and then? Too soon. Come on, you used to be good at this. I need the practice, I suppose. Should I put in a death counter? Feel like it would get quite the workout. But they do it in other games. Of course, in those games, you're supposed to die a lot. And this, I really don't care. I'm more or less just having fun with it. Alright. Let's get the timing in. No. No. There we are. Oh, that's not nearly as much as that should. Much better. Ancient gear using ancient machinery. Despite being incredibly old, its build quality leaps and bounds above anything else built using current technology. Sure, why not? Don't really think it matters which way. Excellent.
Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you this spirit orb. May the goddess smile upon you.
Oh!
Back out into the cold again. With this you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh, extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything, but first... Imagine X on your map with the 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Where 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross, there I will be waiting. Aren't you supposed to give me a warm doublet? Ugh. Guess if I hadn't saved that one for last, you might have. Any road, back to the Temple of Time, and it's probably faster just to go from here. Actually, that's probably a lie. But there is an ulterior motive returning to the Shrine of Resurrection. Maybe not here yet. Well, later then. Alright. Those will be useful later. I hear a cricket, but I don't see one. Where are you hiding? Well, probably is a restless cricket around here somewhere. I was hoping we'd reach those bokoblins down there. Poor luck that. It is at least night time, though. Oh wait, goblins aren't here. What am I thinking? Goblins are down there. Oh, star goblins. Go away. I'll take your bits, though. I'll need them. Roasted bird drumstick. Not quite a seared steak, but it certainly do. I'm not even going to bother. Although I do have bombs now. Which does make it a sight easier. Alright. I'm back at the Temple of Time. now aglow. The promise of hope for the future. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. We're gonna start with more health. Your life force has been strengthened, increasing your maximum number of hearts by 1. Go and bring peace to Hyrule.
Ho!
Blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, Arzu. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Now, let's see, where is the ladder? Conveniently place that. All right, old man. What's the story?
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists.
King Rome, the last king of Hyrule.
The great calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. An item that you received from the king on the Great Plateau allows you to sail through the sky. The isolated plateau. Complete. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Destroy Ganon. Seek out Impa. Open this box for a bow that I can't carry. Right then, just a couple things before we drop off for the since I didn't get the warm tablet, which I should have done, perhaps if I had done that shrine a bit earlier, leaves us in the awkward situation of needing hot, warming foods. Unfortunately, well, we can move a little bit freer now. So let's see if we can't quickly discover the whereabouts of those, I'm assuming only 2 other EX marked boxes near those 2 shrines. If we can, great. If we cannot, well, I'll have a look around in between. But I know for certain we are going to need warming food. So, let's just cook a few of these. Oh, fire's out. Well, that's less than ideal. And that's really all the cold proofing we need. Alright, now then. I guess we should go up to this one first. Ooh, cold already. Nah, not so much. I more want to see if it just happened to possibly be the water maybe around here. So, I mean, we did look around enough for the other one that would have been near the other shrine. Alright. Oh, for the love of... This isn't new. I don't see anything else readily available. I wouldn't expect it to be terribly far away. May have to be in on this part of the wall somewhere. Although without fire... No. I thought I saw an ice block, but so I'm just imagining things. What's in this one? Bomb arrows. Not quite as I was expecting. Oh yeah, there's the ice block I saw. Well, there should theoretically still be one near here, but we looked around and didn't really see it. So maybe there are only 3 of them. Seems a bit naff if you ask me, but that's the way they wanted to go with it. Who am I to lament their decisions? The only other thing I could think of, and now we can't climb up to it. This might be up there. Unless... just up here where the weather turned frigid again. Oh, the rain stops. pleasant that. Is that... oh. No. We've already been all over there, so... I'm unsure. I'm sure if there is another box around here, I will find it. Between now and... ooh, okay. Between now and next time. And if there isn't one, then I won't have found it. So, thank you all very much for joining me on this first episode of Breath of the Wild Master Mode. I will see you all next time. Until then. Alright, easy there, Lionel. Let's figure throw ourselves at it just for fun. Go out in a blaze of glory. Though I did get bomb arrows. Oh, I don't have that ability yet either. No, we will save that for a special occasion. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you all next time with more The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in Master Mode. Till then, ta.